Today I will be talking about Daniel Ray and his belief in God. I have conversed with him in multiple different ways over the past few weeks. This includes a private conversation on Skype, in which I agreed to keep private and will not be referencing in this video. Most people in the SE community are aware of who Daniel is. If not, I will allow him to introduce himself.
Hi, my name is Daniel Ray. I am a staff apologist with Watchman.org in Arlington, Texas. You can visit our website at watchman.org.
I would like anyone, not just Daniel, to reflect on whether faith is a reliable method for determining truth. My goal is not for me to convince Daniel that Christianity is false. I doubt I could do that even if I tried, but rather I simply want him to reflect on the reliability of faith. I know Daniel has stated publicly many times that the reason for his belief in God, specifically Christianity, is multifaceted. I respect and acknowledge that. I would like to concentrate on a single reason, that being faith. This is Daniel's definition of faith.
Faith is the certainty of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen, according to Hebrews 11:1. But the evidence of things not seen does not mean that faith is belief without evidence, as Peter Boghossian and many street epistemologists would define faith. As we read in the full chapter of Hebrews 11, many of the saints of old accomplished great things by faith.
In Daniel's book, A Story of the Cosmos, he talks about the Hubble Deep Field images. The story is about Bob Williams, at the time the director of Hubble's Science Institute, who was partially responsible for where the Hubble was pointed in 1995. He decided to use his time to point it towards a point in space that was believed to be empty. It was a tremendous career risk. When the images were captured, thousands of galaxies were discovered. Daniel claims that Bob took a leap of faith.
You might say Bob took a step of faith, risking his career to use Hubble in such an unprecedented way. This is what Polanyi would probably call subsidiary tacit integration. Bob was living out his hunch. And I think it's a lot like what I would call biblical faith, acting upon clues and evidence, making a tacit, unspoken judgment to act upon what you know, though what you know is always incomplete. Following God where you cannot see. We have enough information to act by faith, but not a complete and total amount, an exhaustive amount of information to act on faith. We have clues, we have evidence, but we don't have the whole picture. But we step forward in faith with the clues that we do have, trusting that God will meet us there. And I think this act of Bob Williams in 1995 is exactly akin to what Polanyi is talking about, and I think very similar to what biblical faith is all about.
I think this assessment is fair. I agree with Daniel. Bob Williams used faith to determine that looking at the blank spot in the sky would produce something worth capturing. After listening to the Apologetics Profile podcast, Longing to Know, Daniel's video, Dungeons and Dragons, and Daniel's book, I think Daniel implied that faith is reliable, and Bob is a perfect example of it. When should Bob have confidence in his claim that there was something in the blank area of space? Before the photographs were taken, or after? I imagine many other people in the organization were confident that this was a waste of time and nothing would show in the photographs. When should they be confident that the photos would be blank? Before or after the photographs were taken? Someone has a hunch that extraterrestrials exist. Should they be confident of this before or after we find life outside of Earth? Can someone have faith that the Virgin Mary is divine and can receive and answer prayer? Does this make the claim that Mary is divine true? Can someone have the same type of faith as Bob and come to a conclusion that is not true? Can someone have the same type of faith as yourself and come to a conclusion that is not true? Can someone use an unreliable method of determining truth and come to a conclusion that happens to be true? Could this be the case for Bob? Could this be the case for yourself?